Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark video. It's Topical Tuesday, the series that I do every Tuesday where I take a look at the Lost Ark game subreddit over the last week and we take a look at what people have been posting and talking about and what's been hot, what's been buzzing. And this week I can say I haven't actually looked at the team update because they did post a team update, which is kind of why I was waiting. Well, also I was sleeping, but I took a nap. And now we're going to make this video, and we're going to take a look at, like, what's actually been going on. And before we get into it, of course, if that's not your cup of tea, where we just kind of chill and I talk about stuff, I give my opinions, you know. All good. If you're sticking with us, consider liking the video, consider subscribing if you haven't. I'm going for 8K, and also bigger number, better person. Helps the algorithm, helps my mental, helps me be a smiley person. But if you don't want that, no worries. Though, if you want to dislike the video too, that works too. I think engagement is engagement, so either way, as long as you're interacting with the video in some way, that's a thumbs up in my book. Anyways, let's take a look at the team update. I think this is the big thing that people are going to be upset about, because judging by the front page of posts, like I said, I haven't looked at this myself. The only thing I did see was this RU new premium status revealed, like right before I went to bed, and I took a look at that. And I'm guessing we got the same thing, which is not surprising to me even a little bit, but we'll take a look here. So this is the team update for the July patch. Heroes of Arcasia, with the Welcome to Paradise release notes, blah, 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 blah. Wait, do they actually have the release notes as well? Hold on. Oh, yes, they do. So the patch notes as well. Let's go here. So let's look at the patch notes first. Okay, this makes most sense to me. I didn't see the patch notes thing here. Oh, it's right here. This is the patch notes. Okay, let's look at the patch notes first, and we'll take a look at the team update. I'm not going to go through all of this, just to save us both the effort and energy. You don't need me to sit here and read it to you. Maybe you do. Listen, I get it. I just don't feel like reading that much text. Basically, Elysian, whatever you want to call it. First activity is called Elysian, a short monster wave defense style activity. Each character can enter a minimum of 5 times per week, with the opportunity to earn bonus entries. So you're able to enter 5 times a week no matter what, and you have a chance to get more entries every week. A wave can be cleared by getting rid of monsters within the time limit. Another wave can be challenged by selecting retry if the character has remaining entry counts. Enabling auto-repeat will automatically repeat waves until all remaining counts are consumed. Defeating monsters in Elysian will grant loot such as Legacy of Paradise, Restoration Stone, Resonance Stone, and Reforming Materials. 1580 or higher, guide quest completed, blah blah blah. Additional entries can be earned through Crucible level clear rewards, Paradise material exchanges, Hell Keys, Crucible entries, Elysian entries, and more can be exchanged for various rewards. Field Boss Random, and Azena's Blessing. We'll get to Azena's Blessing soon. Crucible. In Crucible, you attempt to 1v1 a boss in 60 seconds with nearly all of your power coming from the Legacy of Paradise gear. There will be increasingly powerful bosses you can fight. 10 different levels. 3 levels will release alongside the update. The first 3 levels will release alongside the update, while additional levels will be added in order every Wednesday as part of the weekly reset. Each entry consumes 1 ticket. Tickets can be gained through Elysian drops, dismantling Legacy of Paradise, and Paradise material exchange. Blah, blah, blah. Once the boss is defeated, next level will unlock. If a player fails to defeat the boss in time, the rewards will be granted based on the boss's remaining HP % at thresholds. Clearing higher level stages in the Crucible will unlock higher level stages in Elysian. I don't like this, because when my brain sees the word Elysian or Elysian, I think of Elysian Spirit Shield from RuneScape, right? And it's weird for me, because when I read this word, I'm like, okay, we're talking about the Spirit Shield. Nah, bitch, this is like a piece of content. It's going to take me a minute to get used to it. Sorry, fellas. My brain's a little cooked. I got the gamer brain rot, as it were. Each boss will have a first-time clear reward, including valuable items, blah, blah, blah. As your Legacy of Paradise gear can help you kill the bosses as fast as possible, any player can challenge and have the chance to be top the weekly leaderboards. Weekly leaderboards are divided by class, so each of your characters are only competing with players in your region with the same advanced class. Leaderboards are region-wide. Weekly ranking rewards are granted based on the character's weekly ranking progression with the weekly reset every Wednesday. That's kind of funny. Is this like Lost Ark's dojo, almost, from MapleStory? That's what it kind of sounds like. Am I crazy? It's like dojo, literally. I also wonder how getting like certain power from the Paradise content is going to impact specifically Crucible, because obviously it says the all your power, well, nearly all your power coming from Legacy of Paradise gear. What does nearly mean? And also, like, how much is this Legacy of Paradise gear going to actually impact it? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure you can kind of already see it from the region that already has this, but we'll see. Because I think China already has this. Anyways, weekly rank rewards. You get a bunch of different stuff here. I'm not going to read all of this. You feel free to stop the video and look at it if you'd like. But it's basically just a bunch of rare or epic keys to hell, legendary keys if you're like top rank, idle and all that good stuff. Yeah, this literally does seem like Dojo. Title superior limited time. Like Dojo and MapleStory, you get limited time title too for like high placing. So this is just Dojo, man. That's crazy. And then you have season rank rewards. Again, I'm not going to look at all of this, but I will note that you get bound gold and you also get permanent titles from what it seems like. Title superior, and it doesn't say temporary, so I imagine it's perm. And then Hell. In Hell, there are 100 floors. So Hell is like our Greater Rift system, the Greater Rift system. In Hell, there are 100 floors. Your goal is to descend as far as possible. Your key will have a grade and a rank. The better those are, the more floors you'll be able to descend in your Hell run. Clearing floors will be easy like a Chaos Dungeon. It's more about trying to hit lucky effects and descending as far as possible before your key runs out of uses. Each descent randomly moves the character to a lower level, minimum 1 floor to a maximum of 20 floors. If there's remaining descent counts after the combat, the dungeon will continue with repeated descents in combat. Players can also encounter lucky effects randomly or on certain floors, such as bungee jump adds +1 to the descent count, flooding adds another reward chest, abundance, at least one chest reward selection will become abundant up to 2 times. Next descent guarantees at least +16 moves, no limit. That's crazy. When your key is out of uses, you'll receive rewards based on the grade of the key combined with how far you got, with at least 3 randomly picked reward chests. Reward chests have a small chance of being abundant with a multiplier on the rewards within the chest. Players will be able to choose from randomly selected chests that contain the following types of items with different brackets and values for 1580 to 1639, and 1640 to 1679, and 1680 plus. You'll be able to earn Hell keys from a few sources, including weekly placement in Crucible. While atop the leaderboard will earn more keys. While players who are atop the leaderboard will earn more keys, everyone who clears a weekly boss in Crucible will receive a few keys. And then these are the rewards you can get. Combat system features. In Paradise, attacks against monster of higher grade automatically apply the weak point effect. All attacks are treated as head and back attacks regardless of positioning. Growth elements. Most of your character's power comes from the Legacy of Paradise seasonal gear. Only skill levels and skill traits are retained. Okay, so that's what they mean by nearly all your power. So they cleared it up right here. The following growth elements do not apply in Paradise content. So basically everything in the game, aside from skill points and skill traits. And then Legacy of Paradise gear. There are 6 parts of the Legacy of Paradise. Each slot has a specific part that can be equipped. Sensor, whistle, mask, liquor glass, bell, and mirror. Its power is determined by the tier of Legacy of Paradise, the Legacy of Paradise the character is equipped with, along with the enhancement and modification status of the equipped slot. Oh man, this is a lot of text. Good lord. There's also a quality system. Higher quality Legacy of Paradise provides better effects. There are 7 tiers of Legacy of Paradise, from common to ancient. The higher the level of Legacy of Paradise, the higher the probability of obtaining a higher tier. Legendary or higher tier Legacy of Paradise have special effects. There are 18 special effects, 3 types in each of the 6 parts. Additionally, ancient tier gear with a star icon and their item explanation can be even higher powered. These ancient gears have higher figures in special effects compared to other ancient gear. Gear with 1 star is titled Brilliant, while 2 stars is Splendid. Jesus Christ. Legacy of Paradise special effects. Legendary tier or higher Legacy of Paradise have special effects. There are 18 special effects, 3 of each type in each of the 6 parts. Each type has 6 different elements: damage, time, space, emission, distortion, singularity. These elements can be amplified through subsequent modification. They affect the final damage and activation type. Every Legacy of Paradise slot can be restored to increase its power. Each attempt to restore a slot consumes 1 Legacy of Paradise fragment. Jesus, why are we calling it Legacy of Paradise? Good fucking lord, what a mouthful. Higher restoration levels require higher Legacy of Paradise fragments. When a Legacy of Paradise is dismantled, a Legacy of Paradise fragment of the corresponding tier is obtained. The likelihood of success decreases as the resonance level increases. So this is just like another honing system, but basically for Legacy of Paradise specifically. Kind of see here in the screenshot sort of how it works. You run the Elysian stuff. You have a chance of getting drops. You upgrade the Legacy of Paradise slots by dismantling old Legacy of Paradise shit, and you get more Paradise power. In a nutshell. I'm not entirely sure what the special effects exactly mean or do, but I'm not worried about that. We'll figure that out at some point. Well, you guys will figure it out, I'm sure. I'm just happy for the ride. Oh, Lord. Each Legacy of Paradise's resonance effect has its own unique special tag, e.g. emission, distortion, and element type. Resonance traits may include enhancement effects tied to specific tags or element types, allowing you to maximize the performance of resonance effects depending on how they are combined with your Legacy of Paradise. Each Legacy of Paradise slot can be resonated if it is restored to level 9 or higher. Each resonance consumes 1 resonance stone, which can be obtained by farming an Elysian or dismantling legendary or higher Legacy of Paradises. When resonance is attempted, 2 random elements out of the 6 elements of damage, time, space, emission, distortion, singularity will increase, maintain, or decrease respectively. The resonance effects of each slot are only activated when a legendary or higher Legacy of Paradise is equipped. Paradise Orbs. Orbs is a piece of gear that can be equipped in a separate gear slot outside of the Paradise content. Players can earn an orb by clearing certain stages of Crucible. The power of the orb increases based on the character's maximum Legacy of Paradise power reached. Characters with higher Legacy of Paradise power will have better orbs. This means the power of the orb won't decrease even if the Legacy of Paradise power decreases due to a lower roll from resonance. At the end of the season, the power of the orb will remain at its current value. Players can earn a new orb with different special effects and abilities when a new season starts. Oh, Lord. Let me take a breather. Alright, and I'm back. I took a little bit of a breather. Solo Aegir and solo mode improvements. Aegir Solo got added to the game. The solo mode exchange has been expanded to Tier 4. Solo mode difficulty adjustments. In general, basically, they nerfed a lot of this stuff, which I think is what it is. And then the event stuff, which is all of the stuff that we kind of already knew. The event power pass Makoko Challenge Express. I'm not going to go over all of this, but there's a bunch of solo challenges and certain item levels at which you do the solo challenges. There's growth support missions, Makoko Boot Camp, Maharaka Festival is back, and then all of the events that are ending. The Guardian event's ending, Arcasia Grand Prix is ending. UI improvements, you got the skin book collection, a bunch of text here that I'm not going to read. Character profile upgrades so you can show off your profile in like a more, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing way. Improved party finder and lobby finding. Very cool. I mean, the party finder system is very basic in this game, and it still is missing a good bit of stuff. Even with this, like, rework or revamp, I suppose, but hey. Achievement system rework. Another just looking more modern. No complaints there. Modern upgrades are just nice. Quality of life, content stuff. Luminous bound gem system. So the gem stuff is being added here. The Una's tasks rework. And the Coco chat. Sure. So Luminous bound gem system, I will take a brief look at least. What am I looking at here? Through the gem resonance system, you can resonate annihilation gems and doomfire gems into a new type of gem called luminous gems, which feature enhanced functionality. Gems can be converted through the Gem Expert NPC. Conversion is only available for Tier 4 gems. The same gem is equipped in multiple presets. Converting the gem will automatically apply the change to all presets and replace them with the corresponding luminous gem. The key feature of a luminous gem, players can freely select and change either damage increase or cooldown effect, and the skill to which the gem effect applies. Luminous gems can be equipped alongside existing Annihilation and Doomfire gems. The total number of equipable gems remain the same. Annihilation and Doomfire gems can still be used exactly the way they were before. Luminous gems are bound to the character. Gem restoration and reversion. Luminous gems can be reverted back into Annihilation and Doomfire gems from which they were resonated. Excuse me. The gem type and skill will be restored to its exact pre-resonated state. There is no cost to calibrate or restore gems. However, gems can only be restored after 15 days, 360 hours from the time of resonation. you wish to restore the gem before the 15-day period, crystals will be consumed. Okay, so I think that's fine. Oh, Lord. Luminous gems can be fused with Annihilation or Doomfire gems at the same level. Fusing 3 gems at the same level, Luminous, Annihilation, Doomfire, will yield 1 higher level Ignition or Explosion gem. Even if a Luminous gem has a time remaining before it can be restored, it can still be used in fusing. However, using it in fusing will reset the restoration eligibility. Character-bound gold, added character-bound gold, which functions the exact same as regular gold with the following features. It's basically just bound gold. I don't know. Mokoko chat system has been added. Progression requirement and reductions. So they just like nerf the amounts of materials needed to craft certain gears, which is good. And then they expanded the growth mission availability item level wise. So it's 1600 to 1639, 1640 to 1669.99. And then the Una's task revamp. Una's task overhaul will be arriving. This was a big ask. Reduces the homework. Daily's Una's rewards will be removed to weekly quest rewards. The daily Unas will only provide combat experience and reputation. If the final stage of a reputation has been completed, related daily Una tasks can no longer be completed. So overall, pretty good. They added more reward tiers. They adjusted gold. I'll let you pause the video and look at this if you want to look at that yourself, because I do not need to read all of this. This is already a hefty amount of patch notes. Patch notes. They also buffed Reward Island, Adventure Island stuff. Some more general stuff. Hairstyles. Bunch of minor adjustments, mount adjustments, power pass adjustments. Combat adjustments. Some UI stuff, proving ground stuff, skill tree removals. They removed the tripods, which are good. It just always has the level 5 effect for all skills. I think that's good. Engraving updates. All engravings now start at Legendary. That's good. Stronghold updates. All that good shit. Store updates. You got your new skins, your new Arc Pass, and then Azena's Blessing. Azena's Blessing is a new optional store offering that grants similar items to previous packages in a new method. A per-character ongoing boost that rewards playing the character and provides a multitude of benefits. The goal of this system is to offer an accessible way for players who wish to accelerate progression on a specific character. This complements our existing systems and events rather than replacing them. Azena's Blessing can be activated for 28 days in exchange for 550 royal crystals per character, which is crazy to me. So this is their first fully, like, you have to spend money to have this feature. And obviously, I don't think it's good. Before, the only thing you needed royal crystals for was character slots. Everything else you could get through playing the game or other means. Just not character slots. I don't know how I feel about this. Overall, I think it's bad, obviously. But in terms of, like, pay-to-win systems and subscription models, it's up to you and your own personal opinion as to what you think is acceptable and what is not acceptable. It's completely up to you. Obviously, I think this is not a good thing, just in general. I don't know. Sub fees are like a standard thing in video games. I totally understand it. I mean, MapleStory essentially has the same thing, though its sub fee is tied to reviving a VAC pet every month, rather than it being like a bonus thing that like directly benefits your game. I don't know. Like I said, it's up to you and your own personal tolerance for things like this. I do think in general, though, something like this is not great, right? I think that's fair to say. Basically, Azena Blessing character benefits. You get exclusive Fate Ember drops, additional Fate Ember drops from Chaos Guardians Curzon Front. The exclusive Fate Embers and normal Fate Embers are calculated independently. Rest Gauge also affects the probability. You have 3 drop categories. You have gold, cards, relic engravings. Exclusive Chaos Dungeon Curzon Front Ether. You have endgame bonus chests, can be earned 3 times per week. Bonus chests will contain one of the following items, just mats or gold. You have an extra weekly Elysian entry ticket. You have persistent food buff that just exists at all times. The persistent food buff is while your Azena's Blessing is active. You get main stat, HP, combat recovery. If a player with Azena's Blessing eats another meal/food item, it will temporarily overwrite the Blessing buff. You have your daily item box. We'll give a daily chest where they can select between a Fusion map box or a Honing support map box and Leap Essence for small daily boost. You can select between T3 or T4. Yeah. And then the balance updates. I am not going to take a look. I'm not going to read all of these, but I will, again, slowly scroll through it in case you want to pause the video and look. You have Berserker. God, that's a lot of text. You have Gun Lancer. You have Destroyer. You have Paladin. You have Slayer. You have War Dancer. You have Scrapper. You have Glavier. You have Striker. You have Breaker. You have Deadeye, Sharpshooter, Gunslinger. You got Arcana. You have Bard. You have Summoner. Shadowhunter, Reaper, Soul Eater, Artist, Aeromancer, Wild Soul. That's it. And then the team update is just future of Ebony Cubes. They're going to make a change to Ebony Cubes and how it interacts with Paradise. It will double the rewards provided by Ebony Cube, but reduce the cube ticket drop rate by half. Additionally, when the update takes place, we'll be adding the ability to convert Ebony Cube tickets into Hell Keys through the Paradise vendor. You have your August Road/Path event and your 2025 swimsuit skins. Basically, I've just skimmed over that. I'm going to skim basically over all of this, and then I'm going to take a look at this thread, because this is the highest upvoted thread. So staying away from the rage bait that always floods the sub in times like this, and not leaning one way particular or another on the issue. Here's what I think needs to happen to appease the community concerns. Preamble, clearly their goal is to get us on recurring purchases. Agree that every game wants you to have a sub fee. I get that. Which Crystalline Aura Plus seems to have failed at, unsurprisingly, because there aren't that many people willing to shell out cash for feasts. And Una tickets when they can get all the other benefits besides those with 2 raids worth of in-game gold. Azena Blessing gets the type of stuff that people would be willing to pay for, right? Extra rewards, extra entries, relevant QOL. Now this brings me to what I perceive as the current issues. You're adding another subscription-type service and creating MTX bloat. You're adding a subscription-type service that you're selling per character in a game where people play rosters/accounts, not just one character. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest... I think I probably personally would be more okay with it. If it was account-wide. The fact that it's 590 royal crystals for one character is insane to me. That's kind of pricey for one character. I don't know. Azena's Blessings and Crystalline Aura Plus, the subscription version, not the Blue Crystal version, need to be bundled together. Get people paying for a single subscription and not unnecessary redundancies. Keep the price the same. $10 a month is a ridiculous price to ask for Crystalline Aura Plus as it stands, hence why it's clearly flopped and not delivered the returns they expected. Otherwise, they wouldn't be adding yet another subscription-type service. A reasonable and appealing price is essential if you're trying to target small spenders that spend a max of $10, $20 a month. Better to get 5,000 people on a $10 a month sub than 1,000 people on a $20 sub. And of course, keep the bonuses, or make the bonuses apply to the whole account during the sub period. Agree. This blessing is per character because it's really just a progression map package with a different model. Yeah, that's kind of what I read it as. It's like a shittier express event almost, in like a really loose wording of like sense of the idea, I guess. And it's that's why it's per character, I think. Except instead of receiving items directly from the shop, you have to play the game to get them. Azena's Blessing is more comparable to the Arc Pass than Crystalline Aura. You're buying a character-specific Arc Pass, which gives more rewards the more activities you do, but the content of the rewards are random. If it were rest or wide, it would only further reinforce playing a 6+ character roster, since essentially you're buying a map package for every character with a blessing. Players 1-2 characters would get way less value out of it than those with 6+ characters. I mean, I don't necessarily think having it apply to more would punish people who play less. I mean, I guess in the direct sense of the word, if you're not getting value out of it, sure. And if you're worried about 6+ characters, just make it apply to 6 characters like gold earning rates, right? I think that's like an easy solution. Only thing I hate is the per character part. All others I'm good with. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think I would have probably no issue with it, aside from the fact that I wouldn't want it in the game. But I mean, it's going to be in the game whether I want it there or not. It's just it being not account wide is a fucking problem. But anyways, I think that's it. I don't want to make this video go on too much longer, since this has already been an incredibly long video. But let me know what you guys think about the patch. Let me know what you think about Azena's Blessing. Just let me know what you guys think, because it is a lot. Like the video if you like it, subscribe. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye!